Hey everybody, just doing my daily drive to work, and I just wanted to share some information with you that I just came across, and I thought it was important information, and wanted to know what you guys thought. But first, I'll just kind of tell you where my head is at. You know, now I actually mentioned this, I believe, but my current job, which one of my what it is basically we do contract work for like aerospace and what do you call it? Military. Let's see if my brain can fire at full cylinders here. So I did. I've worked for this company on and off for probably a good four years, plus or minus, maybe almost 5 years. And I yesterday, the company has just been going really crappy lately. You know, all this freaking C19 stuff. Mary, you made it to the live stream. Good for you. I don't have a PO box, but I have a mail box. All right, I'll work with you on the side for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll email you something. So I can see about 5 people popping in here. I was kind of explaining that my company's been slowing down quite a bit, and so I think C19 has caused some real issues. One of our largest contracts that we have is basically. Sorry, I'm distracted by the chat already. Hi, Lady Weaver. I wanted to say hi before I finish my thought here. And yeah, the notifications seem like they're hit and miss sometimes. But anyways, one of the contracts we have through my company is basically an oil company. And it's not the oil, they are really doing oil, the oil business. They're actually doing the technology side, where basically they're creating like the drills and the the different things that are the control boards that power the drills or whatever. And now I wanted to point out that with the pipeline being shut down by the Prez, I actually think that that is going to pose some threats to my company that I'm working for, and we're probably not going to see it until later because, and then the gas prices are going to really start skyrocketing. So that's just something that I'm thinking about, and this is probably mainly in the U.S. I would imagine Mary Light is in the U.S. I know Lady Weaver is not, but as far as fuel prices, I think that's going to pose a threat. Now, one of the reasons I'm bringing this up about my company is I actually went to work yesterday. I think there was like 10 people that I'm pretty close to that were walked out and laid off. They were no longer employed until further business flow happens or whatever. But so, and the reason I'm kind of starting off with this topic is really just kind of buy a little time here, but it's kind of showing where my state of mind is at. A lot of my friends are not with my company anymore, and it's kind of a dark cloud right now over my company, and I just feel like it's going to get worse in time. So So I'm kind of looking forward to potentially being locked out myself. I just don't know what's going to happen yet. And I'm in a different role at my job where we were already shorthanded. So I don't think that they're willing to get rid of the techs yet. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I see a few you in coming in here. I got so Mary Light, Lady Weaver. Looks like I got 6 eyeballs on here, so people are starting to trickle in. So I'll just kind of get into where I'm going now with the thought process. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Trey Smith. He's a pretty big YouTube channel I've been following for a while, and he was all about like freaking Trump and all that. And honestly, for me, I've kind of came to the conclusion that Trump is kind of a player in the big game, and but I'm really open-minded to kind of the direction that the evidence leads, and I'm not really sure. Oh crap! Hold on, I'm just noticing Jesse. Need prayer, feel sick, but won't go to the ER. What kind of sick are you talking about, man? Are you having chest pains, stomach pains? Are you having COVID issues? I mean, obviously, COVID is the only sickness we have going on nowadays. Not to play down what you have going on. I hope you're feeling better, man. Yeah. Lord God, I pray for Jesse. I pray that whatever sickness is going on in his body, that you could just manifest your Holy Spirit and give him a cleansed body, cleansed mind, just to operate in the functionality of his body so that he can be healed in the name of Jesus. Amen. So anyways, Jesse, I hope you feel better, man. Yeah, if this has anything to do with C19, I agree with you, Mary. Now, I actually, I did take these vitamins for a while. What? Maybe dying, not COVID, losing vision, weak, no balance or energy. Well, I mean, if that's the case, I understand that going to the ER isn't always the most beneficial thing. I don't want you to freaking die, man. I don't know. I need you to send me your emails and support the chat. I don't really care about that necessarily. I really want you to feel better, man. Yeah, I'll keep praying for you. Anyways, I feel kind of bad that you're going through that. But anyways, let's see. If so, I'll meet you there. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Meet you where? What, the ER? Anyways, so back on my thought. I mean, this guy Trey Smith. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but he's basically somebody I've been following for a long time, like probably 5-6 years on YouTube, and I always appreciated his perspective. Dude, why are you saying that stuff? If you die, freaking go to the ER. I don't want you to die, man. I do believe that doctors have some benefit. I know that they are kind of following the narrative too, but if you're like having a heart attack or something or a stroke, usually they have ways to help you through that situation sometimes. But then again, I mean, you never really know. They're freaking, I don't know. I don't really know what to think of the freaking system nowadays. It seems like it's all freaking, they're just operating from a lie where they're deliberately freaking harming people. But I don't want to say that that's the case here, Jesse, but man. Well, I'm glad I'm checking in at the very least to see how things are going with you. I hope that God helps those who help themselves. Help yourself to the ER, Jesse. Yeah, that's true. He does a lot of hand gesturing. He always has the screen behind him, where he's basically talking, and he always like he says, and God said, or whatever. I don't know. Just the way he talks is funny to me. But anyways, he was talking. So he's talking a lot about Trump and how Trump was basically and I kind of wonder if it was him that kind of started the whole thing about the Trump prophecy, and how he was like uh, King Cyrus of the Medo-Persians. I actually I had difficulty really accepting that concept because of how I know Trump is and things like that. So but after listening to one of his things about how Kim Clement basically was saying something about you know having Trump be like that David that was called forth and or whatever, he freaking became the president. He actually said Trump will actually be the president and he'll have 2 terms. Now, but the way that everybody made it sound is that Trump would have 2 consecutive terms, and it wasn't just Kim Clement that was saying it; it was all the different prophets out there. And and I use the word prophet loosely because I don't necessarily believe that a lot of them really know what they're talking about. But then again, I don't know. Um, um, Sorry, I'm looking at the chat while I'm driving again. Yeah, I watched a bit of him. Um, yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff from Trey Smith, um, like Tucker Carlson. He's hilarious. He's extremely sarcastic. Tucker Carlson is. Um, I jammed along with the Lament for Hours last week. Yep, I just mentioned your song. Ah. Hey, Lady Weaver, by the way, I'm going to start learning some of your songs. I'm going to just start listening and just figuring it out, unless you have any chords that I can play. Because I know that I'm trying to think of one of the songs from off the top of my head. I haven't actually listened to anything for a while, but there was a song that kind of stuck in my head that you did a while back. I wonder if, okay, you say the chat was lagging. I kind of have hit and miss internet, so maybe it was me. All right. Well, anyways, back on my thought so that people don't lose track of where I'm going with this. So anyways, so Trey Smith, I watched a video that he put out yesterday, I think, and he was basically saying that Kim Clement's prophecy, like people didn't really know how to interpret fully what was going to happen, because now that we're seeing what we're seeing now, that it almost looks like he did predict that Trump would be basically they try to impeach him twice, and that both times there would be like to no avail. And see, the thing that bothers me about like any kind of prophecy is if because in most cases, from what I've seen, it could be very vague, but if you actually know how to interpret it, or how it applies, you start noticing that the patterns almost do look like they point to what they're saying. You're humbled that I'm going to try to learn your songs? Heck yeah, I'm going to learn your songs. They're freaking good. And if anybody hasn't heard Lady Weaver's music, you need to go to her channel. It's freaking really good. And she's kind of told me that she fizzled over the years, and she has a million kids that she has to deal with. So, just joking. Nah, but I'm just saying, I'm very inspired by your music. It's very unique, very unique. And Becky is here. Becky is telling me all about the Oregon coast where she resides. And it makes me want to freaking go there later this year, because we were talking about it already. But Bree and Jen, I just watched the same exact video. I was curious, as Brazil has two presidents. Said the same thing about a month or two ago. But in case that was godly discernment, so that's the other thing is a lot of prophecy, or people that try to unpack the prophecy, a lot of times they think it's like Amerocentric. So they think it's like, it must be in America. Now, granted, Brazil is in America too, South America. But most of the people that I talk to always think that the prophecies are made for, the United States or something. And it very well could be in a lot of situations, but I'm just saying that I don't think all prophecies are Amerocentric. I think that they could be that they're maybe they are kind of vague in some ways, so that you can interpret it in a lot of ways to different. I almost wonder if prophecy might be made for us individually on a certain level, kind of like maybe a near-death experience could be made for us on a certain level, and but all of them could apply to different situations in some ways. I don't know how to explain it where it doesn't sound crazy, but prophets are often pretty vague from what I can tell. And forgive me for not reading the chat like crazy, but it can be a little distracting. I actually, somebody commented on one of my videos once. They're like, you need to just freaking leave the chat alone, because it's very distracting. Although I do love interacting with you guys, so don't. I'm just gonna finish this thought real quick about Trey Smith, and then I'll go back to the chat. And then by that point, I'll probably be at work where I can read the chat easier. So, anyways, but it's I kind of hold Kim Clement in a higher regard than other prophets, or claiming prophets, and so I don't really know what to think of like I put out that video about like the people that said Trump's gonna get his second term or whatever, and we know that he's gonna get it, and and they're actually acting like God's speaking through them, like I the Lord saith that Trump will receive his second term. And to say stuff like that is, back in the Old Testament they were saying that they would put people to death if they were false prophets. Now, I'm not obviously in that situation where I'll agree with that, but I feel like sometimes prophecy can be so vague you just don't know what it's saying. So if it makes a claim like Trump is going to have 2 consecutive terms, he better have 2 consecutive terms, because being a prophet has some massive implications apparently. So if you're making a wild claim like that, then anyways, you get where I'm going with that. I'm sure you can take what I'm dishing out. Anyways, I'm being a dum-dum. So anyways, so back to Trace Smith's video from yesterday. He actually was unpacking some more of the Kim Clement prophecy, and he said some stuff that kind of seemed like interesting to me. And Kim Clement was saying that in the spring after the presidency, and then there's going to be 2 presidents, and it's weird, and not to mention there's weird rumors or something. I haven't really seen or verified this, but I've been hearing a rumor that our quote unquote prez that is in office, he actually is not given access to the Pentagon. If that's true, it's like, it kind of makes me wonder if there is like a coup, or not a coup, but I've been hearing about how they could take back the government. The military might take back the government or whatever. And obviously that Insurrection Act is in place for a reason, so that they can't, communists can't come and take over the government. But if that, again, I just, somebody was saying to me, like, if there's going to be an antichrist, it's probably going to be Trump. And it kind of reminded me of how everybody loved him, the Antichrist, and that and he was going to bring peace and then sudden destruction. Now, again, I don't really know how that applies. I'm just getting to work right now and parking. So if once I park here, I can start talking a little more in depth and reading the chat and whatnot. Okay, so I'm parked finally. Here, let me read some chat real quick here. Okay, so going back a little bit here. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Becky. Shout out to Becky again. I think you were saying you live close to Newport, Oregon, and we were going to go visit Newport until all this COVID stuff started going crazy, and we just weren't sure about how the lockdown would look and whatnot. So we were just like, may not be the best thing to do. Move to Idaho, Mary. It's quite a ways from the East Coast, though. I don't know if you want to move that far. What part of the East Coast? Is it New York? I would probably want to move out of there if that's where you're at. Thank you. When I get feeling alive, I will show you what I did. I hope it complements it. Hey, Jesse, do you do rhythm? I'm sorry. Do you play like acoustic, electric? Do you play like rhythm guitar or rhythm? Like, do you play songs, or do you play leads, or how do you play? I'm not very good at the guitar. I play acoustic, and I can sing songs mostly. I'm all right. I mean, people have said that I'm good, but Anyways, are you in South Carolina, Jesse? I would love to hear it. We shall keep praying. I want to meet you someday and hear your music. My father played the quattro guitar. Huh. I'll live. My purpose isn't fulfilled. See, that's the spirit. Keep a positive mindset. Mind over matter. Problem with Kim is he has been wrong, and biblically, if that happens with a person claiming to be a prophet of God, you wouldn't be listening to, and yes, even killed, especially if it led to disaster. You know, I don't really put a lot of stock into Kim Clement, but I definitely keep an open mind to what he's saying. I never heard him contradict the Bible, so I don't know what you're talking about. You could be right. Maybe you are right. Maybe I need to do a better investigation of Kim Clement. Maybe I just need to start dismissing what he's saying. Who knows? But until I see what you're referring to, then I'm trying to keep an open mind to certain things. Predictive sorcery. See, and that interesting that you say that, because I often wonder about that too. You know, the spirits, evil spirits, can give you intuition and insight. So what about that? I mean, what if people are receiving intuition from evil spirits? That's kind of where I'm like, can an evil spirit masquerade as an angel of light? Obviously, they can. Oh, so is Discord, is it supposed to be for like certain groups? Because I still haven't looked into that. I would like to though. Yep, there's a lot of disinfo. I thought the same about him, but kept it. If he returns, he is. So wait, are you saying if Trump comes back to office, then Kim Clement is legit? It's kind of what I'm wondering. But then again, an evil spirit. See, this is where I'm like, to discern spirits. If a spirit is correct in giving a prophecy to somebody, does that mean that that evil spirit is reliable? See, those are the kind of things that I think about sometimes. Like, at what point is prophecy reliable, even if it's said from mostly truth, I guess. That's where Jesus basically said, if there's or was it Jesus that said this? If there's a prophet that has partial truth and partial deception, then all of what they say is not worth listening to. Kushner gives me anti vibes. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say bad stuff about Kushner. You're next to New York City. I can't believe that you've had to go through all that stuff with what's happening in New York. It's crazy. Are you in New York, or are you in Jersey, or what? Well, I haven't looked at. I probably went to your channel, but I don't know if I've listened to a video. So yes, I'm going to check it out. I will check it out. In fact, well, I'll definitely look into it after this video, actually. Let's see. Lady Weaver. Yeah, Jesse and Lady Weaver's channels. I want to do more music. In fact, I would I would almost want to like jam with you guys over a live stream, but I don't know. how well that would work. It might be hard. Um, hold on. Sorry. Oh my gosh. So we, the true children of God, discern you're on the right track. Yeah, that's my biggest concern about all this, is making sure we discern correctly. Becky, you're working hard because you're freaking working on a motorhome and you're freaking, I'm trying to remember. Oh, you run a storage unit. So you have a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I would totally I had to ignore that call. Yeah, the Oregon coast to me is like one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. I really liked when I went to Astoria, Oregon, and then I went down to Seaside, and then from Seaside I actually went down to Tillamook and explored their little cheese factory over there. It's actually a big cheese factory. It's one of the biggest ones it's the biggest one I've ever been to, bigger than any of the ones over here. Yeah. You were in Jersey 3 years ago? Crazy. Prophecy is not predicting the future. It's more like conveying a message from God. I agree with that. No, in fact, I feel like prophecy is intended for people to kind of like dreams are the same. And yeah, so anyways, I'm trying to think about how I can wrap this up because I got to go here in a few minutes. So anyways, first of all, I'm going to say, Jesse, I really hope that whatever's happening to you is, drink a bunch of water. How about that? If you're not going to go to the ER, a lot of the symptoms you're having remind me of maybe not having enough fluids in your body. So drink a crap ton of water if you can. But again, I don't know for sure what's going on. I hope that you're doing okay, man. Did you see the video when a lady went and washed it? Yes, I did. Yep. Well, I don't know. Did they say that? I thought they didn't put her on a ventilator. I thought they were trying to put give her a COVID test, and that she refused to get the COVID test. But she was having like dizziness and stuff, and they wanted to get her checked out, so they kept her overnight, but they wouldn't release her the next day. And there was a crap ton of people that came to try to rescue her, but the sheriffs actually were siding with the hospital. Yeah, I guess Gatorade has a bunch of electrolytes, which could be helpful. Sometimes a 24-hour food fast helps a lot. Yeah, I don't really know what came of the situation with her being on a ventilator, which is crazy, unless we're not talking about the same thing. But I gotta freaking swig some coffee real quick. Hold on. So I'm just saying, guys, as I'm wrapping up here, I gotta freaking head into work in a few minutes. But I kind of wanted to just mention this whole prophecy thing because I want to talk to Max Egan about that a little bit. Now I know that he is open-minded to the concept of this being a world of deception, to the point where he actually thinks that we're in this freaking digital construct that is controlled by evil entities. And he said that on videos that I've listened to. So I'm going to talk to him a little bit about how prophecy works and how somebody can receive insight. Now, I try to look at things through the template of Christianity, or the lens of Christianity. I feel like, I personally believe that this place that we're in is under the control of Satan. I mean, it says in the Bible that he's in control of the world. So if he's in control of the world, and the Bible actually says that, and they're trying to destroy the Bible, they're trying to burn the Bible. They've been doing it for millennia. And now we can actually, I can prove that Christianity has never really been embraced, except the pseudo-Christianity. The true Christianity was never embraced, but the pseudo-Christianity has been. In fact, Jesus warned of people, being deceived, and the corruption would creep into the church. So that's just some stuff to think about. Let's see. Anyone know where we can chat? Wait. Yeah, let's make a Discord server. Maybe we should do like a chain email. Maybe, I know I'm in contact with Lady Weaver, Jesse, and Mary. I don't know if I've gotten an email from you, Becky. I forget. I know that we're connected on Facebook. If you guys find my channel on Facebook, you can actually, if you look up 4BZ Truth on Facebook, if anybody has Facebook, we could all connect through there as well. It almost makes it easier to communicate. Let's see. So Spooky Mink put one up on 4BZ, but he said Charlie had to release it last week. Huh? I'm going to have to talk to Spooky about that, because I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So I have about 5 minutes before I have to clock in, but yeah, let's figure out that Discord thing. Hold on, I got to go back a little bit here, because I saw a comment that I feel like I need to. Okay, so isn't Max Egan the one who claimed to be Jesus Christ at one point when he retracted that later? Well, I don't know. Maybe. I don't recall him ever saying that, but it's possible he said it. But I'm not talking to Max Egan to gather insight on, like I'm fishing for a new religion or something. That's not how I discuss with people. I have a guy at work that says he's an atheist, and we talk about deep stuff all the time. So when it comes, this is not a fellowship thing. It's more, I admire the perspective he brings to the table, because it seems intellectually honest for the most part. And some people just draw different conclusions. And I think that maybe God's going to use me to reach him, hopefully. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. I don't know if I will reach him. He's maybe set in his ways. He's like an old dog. Maybe he's an old dog set in his ways, and he's not going to flip-flop on his perspective. So anyways, I've already scheduled that live stream. So if anybody hasn't gone on and did a thumbs up or scheduled to get the reminders or whatever on that, I think that you should go over there. Or I'll try to put it in the chat, or I'm sorry, I should put it in the message, whatever, the comments. What the heck, man? I'll put it in the comments later after the video loads, and then you can link over to that, or just freaking go find it, I guess. But Saturday I'm gonna be having that 8 p.m. Mountain Time. I want everybody to be there. I think you can go look it up as I am thinking. I saw a video on it. Maybe his videos have been taken down on YouTube, so it's possible his videos were deleted. Yeah. So, anyways, I have 2 minutes. I gotta freaking head out, guys. So I'm starting to get my crap together, and I hope everybody has an amazing day. I might check in tomorrow, maybe not. I might have to just kind of do some final evaluation of what I'm going to present on Saturday, but we'll see how things go. All right, guys, I love you very much, and I hope you're having an amazing day. We'll talk to you later. All right, bye.